Next thing I know, I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm up there out of breath. Like, I get nervous, so my breathing gets really shallow. I'm up there, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, oh my God. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nelson. Welcome back to my channel for another video. I am here today with a little bit of a life update. So I haven't been doing a lot of vlogging or things like that. I'm more like boring grandpa right now. But the reason is, first of all, I haven't had a lot of places to go. I still go out to eat, and you know, I might get a little thing here or there, but I haven't really been out to do anything worth vlogging. I've been trying to work on saving my money and stuff like that though too, because it is my ultimate goal to have a house either by the end of this year or the beginning of next year. Like, that is like high on my list. So I've just been trying to work on some of my old habits. I don't want to just go out and just spend money just to spend money. I really have been working on trying to save more and just kind of think more about what I'm putting my money towards. So that's why you haven't really seen me out and about. That's why I have been trying to kind of supplement with cooking with Nell, so that way y'all can still get, you know, a little video from me. I'm not trying to neglect you all, but I just have been boring. I'm like a dad or something. Like, I'm just really, I be at my house, I watch my little TV, I nap, have me a little food. Like, that's it right now. I don't know. But that may change a little bit. Like, you might see me out a little bit. I might do a little vlog here and there because it's birthday season. And birthday season for me is the time where it's like, it's a bunch of birthdays right in this little section. Like, I got my cousin, I got one of my good friends, I got my other good friend, then it's me, then, oh, my other cousin, my mom, my grandma, my dad. From the middle of February to the middle of August, it just is a lot that is right there. So you may see me out for that, especially my birthday. I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing just yet, but just stay tuned for that. Also, if you think of anything that I can do for my birthday, drop it in the comments down below. I live here in Atlanta, so maybe some of you all have visited. Maybe you live here too. I don't know. If you can think of anything that I can do, drop it in the comments below. I may end up going to Cheesecake Factory or Pappadeaux's. Pappadeaux is my favorite restaurant, and I always go there. Not always. I went last year for my birthday, so I'm trying to like switch it up. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but food is definitely on the list. All right, so moving on, we're gonna talk a little bit about school. School has been going relatively okay. My night class, you know, that class ends at like 9 o'clock or something crazy. But we've only had to go twice in 4 weeks. First, the professor had to cancel, and then the school closed last week because of the threat of snow. I'll take every snow day y'all want to give me. So yeah, so we're back in session full time, I guess. I'm not really excited about that. I don't really like to be here past like 6 o'clock, and here I am, but that's okay. I was cruising along relatively well at first, and I'm doing better now. But it was one weekend where it all like came down. Like, I didn't know what happened, but I had like 12 things to do. I didn't have much time to do them. It was just a lot going on. So I was very stressed for a moment. But I tried not to let the stress get to me. What I did was I just made a list. Like, this is everything that you have to do. And that way I can just kind of tackle things piece by piece. You know what I'm saying? Instead of letting everything overwhelm me, it's all up here. And I'm like, okay, what do you have to do? What do you have to do? What do you have to do? I'm like, let me just make a list. Let me write down everything I have to do. And then I just started kind of breaking off at it piece by piece by piece. And my stress level really went back down. Like, I was broke out real bad. I'm still a little broke out, but I was really stress through the roof. So I had to make sure that I didn't let it get to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times we just let it get to us, but I'm like, let me do what I know to do, which is just to tackle it piece by piece. Don't let it wait till the last minute, because I'm good for procrastinating. I'm real good about that. But I've been trying to work on that also. But after I did that, I just kind of started chipping away and everything got better. I had my first presentation for my capstone class. I get what it's called grandpa shaky voice. And basically this is when you get up in front of like a crowd or whatever and your voice quivers. So I'm up there giving my speech, my presentation. Next thing I know, I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm up there out of breath. Like, I get nervous, so my breathing gets really shallow. I'm up there, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, oh my God. So it came to an end. And people were like, you did fine, I gave you a 5. I'm like, okay, that doesn't make me feel better about me. Like, just because other people tell you you did okay, if you feel like you did bad, you know what I'm saying? You just really feeling bad about it or whatever. So that's that. But fortunately, it's out of the way. We went on ahead and picked a chapter that was early on so we could knock it out. That way we have the rest of the semester in that class to pretty much just chill and focus on some of the other work. But I have another presentation in my night class that I have. I don't know how the schedule is going to change because of the snow day or whatever. So I might end up going before spring break, but I'm scheduled to go after spring break, which is what I want, because then I'll have that whole week to kind of work on some things I need to work on for the presentation. The night class presentation is like 20 minutes of me talking alone. I don't know. That's the longest I've ever presented alone, I think. The longest presentation I've ever done, though, was like an hour. A group. It was really like a long time. Like, that's a long time to be standing up somewhere talking about whatever. So something really cool, though, that did happen. I mean, I guess it's not cool, but I ordered my cap and gown. I am very excited. The graduation day is May 16th. I'm super lit, but I'm also super nervous. Like, it really kind of came quicker than I was expecting it to, honestly. And I'm just not ready for like the real world, I guess. Like, I do a little bill paying, like my insurance and stuff like that, but like to really have all the responsibility be on me is really, that's deep. Okay, that is deep. And it's crazy because there are people who have more confidence in me than I have in me. You see what I'm saying? Like, failing is like high on my list of scariest things that can happen to me. And I'm just nervous that I get out here and I don't reach the level of success that I have envisioned, if that makes sense. And or just don't live a life that I would have thought about living. I don't know. I'm not trying to put one life down over another one, but what I'm saying is I know what I want for me, and I know that it takes work to achieve it, and I'm willing to do that. But it's just nerve-wracking that sometimes even when you put in the work, things don't always go in your favor, if that makes sense. It's a lot of homeless people out there, and you say, what happened? And they just say, you know, well, I lost my job, and I fell behind on this bill, and then I fell behind on that bill, and then they kicked me out, and I've never been able to recover. That is real. That can be anybody. It's not like every homeless person you meet is like a crackhead on the streets or, you know, doesn't care about themselves. These are real people who just hit hard times. And I'm very afraid of letting that be me. And I think that's why I'm so scared, because the potential is real for that to happen. I'm not an optimist. I try not to be a pessimist. I'm a realist. I keep it real. I know that the possibility for success is there. I know the possibility for failure is there. And I'm hoping that I have success, but I'm also knowing that failure is a very real possibility. And that's what scares me, I think. But I'm trying to be positive. It's a happy time in my life. I'm graduating. I'm going to have friends and family come together. I told you I'm trying to buy a house. My job has already been talking to me about a better position, or, you know, maybe something else comes along. So it's a lot to be looking forward to, but it is a lot to be cautious about as well. Okay, so another thing is this car. Look at this car. It's an old car, and I get that, but it's got some problems, and I don't have a lot of money. So we're at a tough spot, me and baby girl here. It doesn't have heat, and it's winter. Right now it's cool because it's like 70 degrees today. But for the past like 2 months, I haven't even been able to drive the car because it's been cold. Along with that, I took it to a guy who was supposed to be fixing the problem. And today, the light didn't come on. But the check engine light pops on whenever there's this problem, but I don't know what the problem is. The problem has been happening for years and years and years now, so it might not be as big a problem, but if something keeps happening, the check engine light keeps coming on, the car is like, I mean, something is not right. So I took it to him. He just changed the spark plugs. He did like other like random stuff, but I don't know if the main issue was actually fixed. And he couldn't figure out what was going on with my heat. So those are like two like big things that I needed fixed in order for me to like say I want to keep this car. So now I'm out of my money, and I feel like I got the same car back that I took. I'm just being honest. I mean, he fixed certain things like my automatic headlights work now. Grateful for it. I always wanted those back, but my heat doesn't. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating, I guess, because you don't have your money. You got the same kind of car. You don't really have the extra money every month to pay a car note comfortably, you know what I'm saying, and pay a higher insurance bill and stuff like that. So you just kind of deal with what you got, but it just is frustrating because you don't know what the situation might be the next day. You might be driving down the road, this car just fall apart. I don't know what it's gonna do. And it's kind of scary because I go to school all the way up in Lawrenceville and I live an hour away. If I get stuck wherever, I gotta try to call this person, call that person, wait for them to come get like that. I just want reliability. It ain't let me down yet. I will say that it has crunk up and it has got me everywhere that I've needed it to get me to. It's just knowing that with it having problems, that probability of something going wrong is more likely, that scares me. I'm kind of scary, huh? Don't judge me though, okay? I'm honest. I keep it real. I don't want to be up here in the middle of the night trying to wait on somebody to come rescue me, wait on towing and labor. Like, who wants to do that? I want to get home. When class let out at 9 o'clock, I be like running to the car. So I don't want to have to deal with that. Aside from that, if you driving down the highway, you going 80, you cruising along, got your tunes up, and then the thing just stops running, that is scary. And my dad was like, but that can happen in any car. I mean, yes, it can, but the probability is more likely in something old with problems than something new without problems. Anywho, the last thing I'm gonna tell you about is my mama. And she keep asking me about these grandkids that's not coming right now. I don't know why she keeps asking me this question, but it's getting on my nerves. I don't know what's gotten in her cereal, her milk, her chicken, but I wanted to stop. Every day I see her now. What you adding on? What are you adding on? I need grandkids. When are you gonna give me grandkids? Grandkids. I don't know. I don't know. And then I'm like, okay, so I say, I don't know. I'm like, when I'm ready to have them, I'll have them. But I need to make sure that I am financially stable, mentally stable. I have a good job. I have a place for them to go. Because we come knocking on your door, you're not going to want to hear it. So I got to make sure I'm ready to do whatever it takes when I'm ready to bring a child into the world, adopt a child, whatever may happen. I don't know. I'm not in that place yet. So quit pressuring me. I'm not even done with school and you're asking me about grandchildren. Let me finish one little piece of my puzzle first. Then I can move on and think about some other things. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Do your mama be asking y'all that? When am I gonna get some grandkids? I'm not God. Well, guys, that does bring this video to a close. Like I said, I know I haven't been really interesting lately, I guess. I haven't been vlogging and stuff like that. So I just wanted to I wanted to just kind of like keep you guys updated about what's going on with me. As you can see, it's a lot that kind of plagues my little brain here. I'm working through it though. I'm working through it. It's not big stuff, so it's not like monumental, but this is what occupies a lot of my brain capacity. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you know when I posted something new. Thanks for tuning in.